Hello there and welcome back to Najd. We are currently stuck, well, between a rock and a very hard place, but that isn't really what we want here. The funny thing is, I don't really care what happens to Yemen here, because they are basically the only one who has cores of these on these lands, which basically means that I won't actually get too many rebel problems. Rebels could actually be a good thing here, but the real issue is if Oman goes off these 4 provinces, we could potentially deal with Hedjaz, I think, if we just keep ourselves a little bit careful, a little bit safe and so forth, but that will actually take a little while. And also if we're lucky and have Yemen and so forth join up their troops to actually benefit us, then we could potentially, I think, siege these guys to oblivion and thus take their lands that way. But for now, all that we really can do is try and or hope that Yemen can build some sort of cavalry force, because this one is just purely regular men. The 2,000 men of Hedjaz will seriously be of help there. And also we might even go bankrupt thanks to the fact that well, we have an extreme amount of loans and so forth. So yeah, we'll have to see how this turns out. Yemen made regular troops, but still, we will, as you know, be trying to siege this. Najd will annul all treaties with Adal as defender. Blah blah blah. It's actually a very tempting deal, because if I can just go after Oman, but still, I want to decline that one. Apparently the vassal join thingy isn't really working as intended here, because as you can see, Yemen is just standing in their own provinces and will most likely just get slaughtered there. But still, we'll try, as I said, to just siege Asir here. I don't know. I actually forgot to have a general added, so we'll just go home and fetch him. As I said, I want high piety, simply because of the fact that that will allow me to increase my own devices in terms of damn, now I'm stuck again. It'll allow me to get high morale to my troops, which will be of great help. Also, Hedjaz ain't really that much of a problem here, as long as I keep Asir. But this pisses me off. The fact that the Yemen troops, actually, according to new updates, should have followed my army, but they simply stood in Sana and got destroyed, which basically gave me a Battle of Sana. It's just a half a point, but still. As you can see here, that siege brought us up into the positives again. And we'll be aiming to take Mecca too, because if we take their capital, I'm pretty sure that I can get the deal I want here. Hedjaz will concede defeat, declined. How much do I need to actually vassalize you? 86%. That'll be our goal here, to get that up to that. But until we actually are there, we'll have to tread a little bit careful. We have to be a little bit, well, I like to say careful, but still, we'll be trying to help ourselves out here by borrowing some extra money. But I'm a little bit unsure if this will actually help or if it will screw me over. We'll at least hope it helps by, well, allowing me to siege some more units, provinces, and also with the Yemen troops actually re-sieging their own provinces, we should be better off. This is actually what I was scared of, the Omans actually starting to siege provinces here. But as long as I can get Hedjaz without killing off that army, I'm pretty sure that I can beat them. But it seems that sieging here is going pretty damn slow. Now there we go, wall down. And these guys could potentially start sieging Medina and Tabuk. We'll place them in Tabuk, I think. And yeah, as you know, that's the plan. We'll simply be waiting and see if it actually pays off or not. I'm kinda thinking it won't, but still, we can at least hope. As you can see, we're more or less dealt with Hedjaz. Unfortunately, these guys have actually got themselves into some depth and apparently just have 3,000 men left. And also, in the Oman side, well, Yemen tried to re-siege Mara and got their 4,000 man army completely destroyed. Not really that much a surprise when you start thinking about how apparently the AI is now being a little bit more stupid than it used to be. And yeah, I'm exaggerating, but still. It's okay with changes, but if you want to change it back and forth like a goddamn, I don't know, drum, then please give us a little bit heads up on what you're actually planning. Because as things are now, I don't have a clue what's actually going to happen. If the AI will be useful, if it will be completely useless, and so forth. But for now, I have to try and deal with my loans and such. That army is actually quite scary, thanks to the fact that it has a lot of men. And apparently they are going to meet me in Asir. I'm not going to be a fan of that. I'm going to meet them in Mecca. Hopefully I can fight them there, or even Najd. I have no idea. But still, I have to extend some loans, so I have to try and repay some. Goal here, sieging the Oman provinces should be a fair idea, I guess, but still. If I can just get Oman 2, then I'm basically done with this area. The only real issue is the Mamluks, but they are back to cordial, so they're not an issue anymore, which is kind of good. But still, as you can see, one of these, the Hedjaz army, is actually clung to me, but the other ones are just running around with their head cut off. So yeah, the AI is still a little bit whimsical, doesn't really know what it wants to do, and basically a little bit more of an annoyance than I like. So yeah, we'll be trying to re-siege these. If we're lucky, we'll be able to re-siege or siege 1 or 2 provinces before we end up in trouble with Oman here. But still, that's also speculative. We also are making some money, probably from our vassals, so that should be alright. We're also gaining about 3% inflation, so we'll have to try and get an inflation guy off these walls to try and even that out. We'll also try, we'll basically be peaceful, try to get these guys onto positives, then we'll annex them, etc. But yeah, that is our goal, that's what we'll be aiming for. If these guys actually finish the siege and come after us, I'll actually have to have all my troops stand here to try and fight them. But I think we should at least finish one siege. It seems that the Yemen will at least finish that one. So until that actually happens, I'll simply sit by and see what happens. Not surprisingly enough, the Oman actually are coming back, probably to kill us off, although the Yemen troops, 2,000 of them, are standing very close to, well, I don't know what, watch the fireworks I guess, but still. We'll give these guys one more tick, but the other ones will be moving them to basically try and combat the Oman force. I think we'll be able to hold them off here, to some extent. Apparently the Hedjaz guys are doing whatever they want again. And these guys actually stopped in here. They're actually going back to Hadramaut. So, as of now, I think we can actually siege some of these. Yemen actually follow my army again, which is kind of fun. But still, yeah, they'll be going after that, the Yemen army. But once we actually have sieged every one of the Oman provinces, I'm pretty sure we'll get the deal we want. And also, as long as these guys actually bounce back and forth between the armies, I'm pretty sure also that we'll actually keep things under control. And with Jolafar being actually one of our now provinces, or completely sieged provinces, I think we should be able to, well, I don't actually have a leader on that one, do I? I actually place him over here, that's kind of stupid, but still. We should strive for a tolerant society, I think, for now. Yeah, we don't want any more religious nutcases showing up. But still, we'll be... Yeah, hopefully we'll win this, because if we win, yeah, we'll be winning this battle, and by that we have eradicated the Oman army. My vassals will probably re-siege everything else, as long as I follow that one and completely kill it off. Did it actually die? Yeah, it seems like that way. But still, this basically means that in a funny turn of events, I now have complete control over... take the blame and move on, I think. We'll be boosting stability again. Reducing war exhaustion is also important. I'm a little bit lucky that I haven't actually had any rebels yet. Splitting you guys in half. And this is also a little bit funny. Instead of these guys actually going over there and sieging that one on themselves, they're still attached. So basically, as long as their own provinces are in trouble, they won't actually come and help me with anything that I actually need. But that doesn't really matter for now. Omani peasants doesn't actually matter either. But let's hear, can we actually... Yeah, we can actually vassalize them. And that means that we are now basically taking control of this entire island. The new vassalization mechanics, I actually like them, because that allows you to vassalize lands that you couldn't. I couldn't... excuse me. I couldn't vassalize, for example, Yemen or Oman in my test game, right from the bat. Not even Hedjaz, I think. Well, no, I'm pretty sure I could actually take Hedjaz, but that's not the point here. I couldn't vassalize them, and thus I ended up with some sort of issues, I guess. And with this, I think I can probably even take Ethiopia and Adal and vassalize them as well, which is quite good. Also, Baluchistan. Wow, I can simply use the vassal trick now, but for now we actually used up all of our diplomatic relations. Well, that's kind of bad, but still, we can simply... No, we can't actually quit with Adal, so we'll have one too many until a little while. But still, we'll be going for these guys, so I guess my first national idea will probably be diplomats for, first of all, diplomatic relations, and also for the diplomatic reputation, which all in all will help me with using vassals. Didn't actually get neither of them, when I was playing the test game, due to the fact that I would then aim to core everything myself. But as the mechanics stands now, I think at least for now it's better to just hand it over to vassals, have them take charge and so forth. But yeah, hopefully we'll be sieging everything here, and once that's done, we'll be back on our way. We still have 10 loans. We can basically almost pay everyone back, and that'll be our first goal: pay every loan back, and then we'll be trying to get our hands on a dude that'll actually allow me to lower the amount of what's its name? The amount of inflation. So that's the plan for now. We have to re-siege Socotra. We have to re-siege Mara. I don't think we actually have to re-siege Socotra because that wasn't their wall goal. This was. So once that's actually re-sieged, we'll be in a very good position. So until then, I'll just sit by, see what happens. Try to make the Mamluks love me a little bit more than they already do, and that should most likely help me pull this off. Still, although we are in basically, I think, the most promising situation after 15 years, there would be one more promising, that would be having Ottomans and Mamluks in the unions. Not really likely though, thanks to the new mechanics, but still, having these three vassalized before 15 years have passed, I think that's fairly, I guess I could say that's a good day on the job. But still, as you can see, these guys, or my people demand peace. And these guys will actually accept to become a vassal now, so that's great. They won't give me any money for it though, so we'll send demands, and boom. We now have a fairly good vassal chain, as well as Adal here, and Mamluks as our allies. So I dare say that we are in a fairly decent position at the very least. And we'll be now aiming to, let's see here, do we have a, no, we don't have the guy we want. An interesting thing said, diplomatic reputation guy would be nice. We'll probably hire him if he's still alive around the time I start integrating Hedjaz, Oman and so forth. Let's just get a approximate date on all of them. 66, 63. Wow, I should probably I should probably have started with Yemen then, but we'll send a guy to improve relations here, and I'm pretty sure that let's see, a dynastic relation action story, but still, yeah, Adal broke their alliance. Not really something I didn't anticipate, and apparently we don't have, well, we still have the royal marriage, so we'll be draining 1 point thanks to that, but still, Adal won't be attacking us. They simply don't have the manpower, I think, to do so. And also we have a fairly big army now, and also we're getting a lot of money thanks to the vassals. We actually have 14k men, so we should be able to handle Adal. We'll probably go after Adal and Ethiopia both, and then I'm not sure with Ethiopia. I know the province aren't worth much, so I can most likely vassalize and annex these two both that way. So once we have dealt with Hedjaz, Yemen, Oman, Adal, Ethiopia, Swahili, I'm pretty sure that I can't actually take in just one go. But if I can't, that would be great. We'll also be going after Baluchistan pretty soon. So yeah, we'll have to, for now, I'll be sitting by, seeing what happens. I actually have built a little bit of a fleet, if I actually had to go to Socotra myself, but I didn't have to, so that doesn't really matter. But still, military attack 4 has been reached. With it, we get military attacks plus 0.25, along with 0.5 land morale. And we can also build armories. So yeah, if any of you are still wondering what I'm planning to do here, I'm basically still going to go for the Najd achievement because, well, this is the best. This is actually better than the other start. By 1600s, I hadn't actually, or by the 15, no, I have no idea. I actually had to have to actually recheck the save and check province history if that's possible to see where I actually was at this stage then. But as you can see, we are in a good spot. We'll probably have a decade of peace now, where we'll be trying to integrate these guys. Once Yemen is integrated, though, I'll probably go after Adal if I have the diplomat ready. But for now, we'll be, well, sitting by, see what happens, try to make ourselves grow. So thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like. Yes, I know I was lucky. Yes, I know I could have fought this war differently. But if you think about it, I played defensively. I tried to make them attack me rather than me having attacked them. And that is basically what you have to do with the new mechanics, because of the fact that the defender position is becomes so much more powerful. Just a -1 can basically ruin a small army. So if you can get them to attack you, even if you have to lure them in, you simply need 1,000 or 2,000 troops less than them. Even as you can see with mine, actually had about the same amount. So if you just play your cards right, you can have them attack you, and with that, you should be able to build pull things off fairly easily. But yeah, thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you around next time. Bye.